Hello Aquarius, and welcome to your tarot reading for this was meant to be for your birthday month. However, again, the universe asked me to wait, so I feel like right now I can't be planning anything at all. I'm just gonna flow with them. I'm just gonna flow with your guides, and these zodiac videos are gonna come out whenever they come out. It might not be exactly on your birthday month anymore as I originally planned. However, I do want to complete all the entire series of the 12 zodiacs, and we'll see how that goes from there. So welcome, and let's tune in together before we get started with your reading. So let's just feel centered in your heart and breathe in all the way into your heart, and breathe out slowly, gently. Respect your breathing and continue to breathe at your own natural pace, at your own natural rhythm of the body, while feeling the heart opening, feeling your body relaxing, your hands, your feet, your shoulders, your arms, and your legs. And may the time that we spend together here be full of love, of joy, of empowerment, encouragement, and lightheartedness. And thank you to all the guides who show up here today to support us, to meet with us, and have a little chit chat with us here on our channel and during our reading. And let's get started with your reading. I have a first message that came in that they wanted me to relay. I feel like the guides are asking all of us to slow down, that's to the benefit of internal alignment and the alignment of your path and the loving universe. So I feel like they, at least for me as well, I noticed it. I don't know if you noticed the changes in the way that your collective works with you, that they may be asking you to, take very slow approaches to things, adjust your pacing, and prioritize that feeling of being in your heart, being in head, heart, and gut coherence, in like an alpha brainwave and beyond kind of state when you do things, especially when you are about to embark on an important journey or start doing significant projects or work that has to do with your career. I'm hearing that maybe that's also what they would be wanting to talk with us about today with the tarot reading. However, that's just the first message that came in, and I feel a surge of heat through my entire body right now. And that happens for me when they pour their energy into the vessel that is my avatar self here. So I feel like you as well are learning to expand your capacity as a conduit, as a co-creator with the universe, and therefore they're asking you to slow down, to keep your body in check, as in the more energy that you are going to anchor in or let flow through your body, there are physical adjustments that will be happening to allow that to grow. So take notice of your body, the state of your physicality, the levels of your energy while you are co-creating or communicating with the loving universe, because I feel you are working with a larger collective, and therefore more of like it takes more from your vessel to sustain that flow state, and that is why they're asking you to slow down. And I feel like that's also the sign of like the symbol of you know, the divine, the hand from above pouring energy into your vessel, into your cup, but they have a huge jar of limitless source energy, right? And here, as a human being in the third dimensional reality, our physical vessel has a certain capacity to carry that, or to, they're trying to give me a word, to hold that in your physical body. And that's why they're adjusting the pacing, because they are also helping you learn how to catch, like allow more of that energy into your vessel, as well as sustain it over time. And they're saying there's more from where this is coming from, like there's more to come. And all you gotta do is just, you're gonna keep expanding your cup. Basically, you're gonna find ways, or learn how the vessel operates to embody more of that love energy in the third dimensional realm. Yeah, so that's your first message. For those of you, I feel someone was asking, what is that crystal? These are all aquamarines. I know you are an air sign, however, I was called to get the aquamarines, and they have to do with peace and tranquility, so that also supports to the message that came in just now. Also, just look up your own synchronistic meanings of what the aquamarine stones symbolizes, and how you could adjust and use that in your daily lives. Yeah. Let me take a sip of water. I was hit by that surge of energy. I'm sweating right now, actually. I don't know if you can tell, but my hands are sweating. Look at that. So in order to, you know, be at that frequency where you do the work, like where you co-create with them, there's a learning curve. That's all they're saying. And it's natural if you feel like, oh, I should be doing better. No, it's completely natural. It is part of the journey. It is part of the learning. Just, you know, one step at a time. Yeah. Oh my god, I can already feel I'm so sorry, my body is really heated up right now. And I don't know if I should say this, but the last time your guides came through for Valentine's reading, one of the pals, I had this experience as well, because so many, it was a big collective that came through, and your guides were in a different frequency than like a very, in a quite higher frequency dimensional plane. And by the end of it, like I was sweating, like my pits, my arms, my everything. So yeah, this is me practicing as well, so I feel like, you know, we probably have the same lessons. That's why they put us here together. These messages are meant for not just you, not just me, it's meant for us. Yeah, so I'm gonna be learning alongside you as well. Knight of Wands, yeah. To do with pacing, I'm telling you. Knights of Wands, the first card that they flipped out for us. Again, look at that pyramid and the downloads that are coming in. You as the vessel here, from here on, just keep your mind on understanding like your own pacing, your own rhythm, and what your body can handle. Okay, big emphasis on that, what your vessel can handle. if you see other people doing other things, like, it doesn't matter. It's your journey. So the way that you are going to co-create or embark on this spiritual ascension, it really is unique to you. It is your wand, and the downloads, the whatever transcendental moments you are having in your meditations, the visions, the astral projections, the traversing the etheric realms, communicating with spirits, really the first focus that they want you to have from here on is the pacing that your vessel can handle. That's it. Okay? Doesn't matter how long it takes, doesn't matter like when things are going to be finished, just what your natural rhythm is as you are, the momentum, your natural momentum. And I feel like that's also why they asked me to basically wait for this video and take longer as well, because I know that the guys that are working with me are a bigger collective, and I was used to reading tarot for an hour or two. I would stream, I would stuff, but it was a smaller collective of guides, and now it's like I'm relearning a lot of things. So that may be the case for you too, and that is why they're asking me to share that story. Two of Swords, just like the energy of the piles that I just did in my native language, which is Thai. You guys have all air energy, of course, you being the air sign. This entire adjustment and understanding is really based on your mental realms, your logical thinking. There is something that you will be shown, or you will just stumble upon, that serves as a pool of knowledge that helps to propel you forward. Which means, like, someone said something, you heard some good podcasts, you watched some good interviews or documentaries, and you stumble upon this knowledge, which helps you readjust the way that the divine works with you, your own pacing, and the understanding of the capacity of your vessel and what is needed to bring that into homeostasis during the flow state, or during your ascension path, during your spiritual paths. Okay? It is going to be an unconventional way of learning, like you have had many times before. I feel it could come from, my little dog is barking. That's a confirmation. You may hear something out of the blue, right? Like just like how my dog just suddenly barks, something that like catches your attention, and you're just like, oh, that's interesting, and you gain pieces of knowledge one by one that accumulates to you understanding more the balance of things, especially the balance of communication from, they're saying, your internal alignment, your internal compass, and the spirit guides guidances, how to hold both in a beautiful harmonious balance. So how to take into account both your internal intuition and knowing, as well as have that be balanced with what the universe is guiding you towards, and using that, applying both of that in your decision makings. And my camera, my tracking just paused, so I'm going to take that as a sign that our basis of the energy, that's the message. We are going to continue to clarify this. However, for those of you watching on TikTok, come on over to YouTube. That's where the long video is. All right, and we are going to keep going with your message for the Aquarius sign. I don't know if you can hear her. You probably can, right? I hope it's not too loud. I hope she's not too loud. Like, she's excited. I feel like she knows that I'm grounding in quite a lot of energy. Let me just take a peek at her, see what's going on, because I promised myself that I'm going to spend time with her, because she is quite an older dog, and I do want to give her all the love and support and time when she calls for me. So be right back in a second. Alright, and I am back. And I feel like there was a message in there for you while I was, taking care of my dog, playing with her, taking care of my body, stretching, just getting the energy moving. Be okay with making time for things that matter to you and people that matter to you. Like, say I chose to pause the video to go and spend time with my dog, This, I feel, has to do with your learning, your spiritual learning, your spiritual journey. Feel free to take pauses and resting and making time for people who love you and those that you love. The learning, the accumulation of knowledge is, they're telling me, it's most useful when it's accumulated in balance, in the right pacing, and that by right, let's not call it the right pacing, in your natural rhythm, in the rhythm that is harmonious to add the other aspects of your human life. Unless you would, want to choose the path of, completely being in solitary up in the mountains. I feel those of you who have chosen the earthly to learn your spiritual journey in amongst the earthly collective, the mass collective, and that is, and that's in a way that it's like you still have your human journey, you still are able to enjoy your human experience while you are growing and accumulating the spiritual ascension and knowledge towards the path of becoming more of love. And that's why I feel like the guides are asking you as well to slow down or take pauses, because those times spent with the people that you care about, because like you might be someone who is like spiritually in the closet, which means your family doesn't know what you're studying, your family doesn't know your practices, your beliefs, or they may be accepting of it, but they, like from a distance, like they don't quite understand the details of everything, and therefore you've been accumulating these knowledge kind of behind their back, but not in like the mischievous ways. It's just that it's gone, it's not quite noticeable to your tribe. However, I feel they're asking you to anchor this in differently, because the lessons of your spiritual journey also has to do with you spending time with them, which means it has to do with you making time to have that time, to have those moments happen. And that's where your wisdom comes from. So it's learning from, of course, your spiritual side of things. It's also learning from your human experiences, which requires human interactions. You seems to be a bit on a solo journey here. However, there is a collaboration that the universe would like to see happen. the higher path. And I also feel this one, the Four of Swords. Lots of air energy, like I mentioned before. You have one fire energy, which is the one, but mostly it's using your strongest suit as an Aquarius, which is your imagination or your ability to vision a vision of the future to create that reality, they're saying. So if you are also looking to merge or say connect more with the people in your surroundings, practice visualization, or in a trance state, vision that already happening, like get into gratitude, feel the energy, see the mental image, you know, see the visualizations, because those are your strongest suit. That's how they would like you to use the knowledge that you've accumulated, which is now grounding in the reality in which you could thrive in both as a spiritual being and as a human in this world. And, you know, to be in the world and not of it. And sovereign and free. That's what I see. So again, resting, right? Four of Swords talks about, you know, resting your mind, allowing the ability for your body to hibernate, because as we mentioned before as well, your body is also going through a lot of adjustments that has to do with your etheric body, your subtle body expanding as a result of your spiritual not awakening, ascension, because I feel like you already are on this path for quite a long time already. So allow your body to rejuvenate, right? So if you're doing meditations right now, shift towards the ones that are just allowing your body to, you know, raise spatial awareness, rest and rejuvenate, and activate the parasympathetic nervous system for that to come online, and for that to bring more of your body into homeostasis, because I feel that they're in that hibernation or in that resting stage, you would end up actually being able to make more sense of the things that you have just learned. You'll be able to kind of line them up and see, oh, okay, I heard this here. I watched that interview. Oh, okay, this is how they're connected. Okay, now I get what I'm supposed to do. Like now I get it, how to hold this sword, like what this knowledge is for, you know? You know what? I'm gonna practice what I preach. I'm gonna confess. My dog just took a dump. She just took a big poop. And my room is not that big. And it stinks. And so I'm gonna take a pause. Again, it doesn't matter. And I know that those of you who resonate with this energy would understand why I have to follow through with the guidance that come through in the moment. So I'll be back in a second when I've cleaned up her butt, and I've cleaned up the you know, her restroom area, and the room smells a little bit better, because I can't concentrate on can't concentrate on the guidance while I'm smelling poop. God, thank you so much for, you know, your patience, and I'll be back in a little bit. All right, and we are back. Smells much better. I can breathe now. And for you, it's of course just a second, and of course you know how synchronicities work, divine redirection and stuff. During that time, I got a message. I'm just gonna tell you up front. Some of you've been resting and hibernating because of a particular event in which you have walked away from, that have at the same time giving you so much wisdom. It taught you a lot. And you are balancing between the resting mode and, you know, the next phase of the energy, which is continuing living your dreams, creating your realities and the things that you would like to experience on this earth. They gave me a metaphor. My guides are crazy. They're like, you know, you just gotta rest sometimes because you're still clearing the air. You're still clearing the air of the stink. Just like how I had to like leave and pause myself and let the room ventilate itself. You, in a way, is also ventilating some sort of energy in your mental realm that has to do with past hurt, past pains. In other words, you are and have been, you are towards the end of transmutation of that experience. You are transmuting a lot. You are alchemizing at this time. And you are about to cross over the threshold of that being completely released from your energetic body, from your system. And I feel like you actually in fact have been resting, and that's thumbs up from your guides. They're saying they notice it, that you take more time to rest and gather your thoughts and wisdom from those past experiences in which they're giving me a disconnection happened, to prepare to move on and hold that in balance with who you are now. So in a way, my dog was, she's always working as a guide for me as well. So she, you know, the universe nudged her to take a poop, and then this comes out, right? Like I wouldn't have known this. I wouldn't know this message if I hadn't followed my intuition and stopped, despite, you know, some of the people watching may not like that there are multiple pauses. But however, those of you who are meant to hear this and just heard this message, now you see how that plays out, right? It's a sequence of things in which the divine helps orchestrate to bring you to a certain point of knowledge or a certain point of recognition of something, and that requires a lot of resting, in which you have been doing. Keep doing that as well. They're saying keep allowing that to fully recharge you, because right now there, you know, that I feel like those of you have this calling, especially that person who was watching me, who when I paused the video, you realized that you also had to pause, and you took a pause and you came back. You just came back. You have an inner calling, a dream to go after. Yeah, that dream is taking flight from the emergence of a certain shadow, recognizing your own shadow, and also learning through a dark night of the soul kind of experience and situation that transformed you tremendously. They're saying it transformed you into the hero that you look up to, or the hero that you would have called out to for help. That is you now. Multiple ascensions, multiple metamorphosis moments for you, and rebirth, because I feel like they could be either butterfly or moths. I'm getting both symbolisms right now. So rebirth again and again and again, because this dream that you are going, that is your path, it requires such a pure heart, like a frequency that could align with source energy, with your star guides, with your collective in the etheric that are at the peak of the mountain, which means they are either towards the they're the leading edge of the spiritual, of the frequency, or they're kind of really up there on the peak of the mountain, in terms of the mountain being a spiritual journey, if that wasn't clear. So those of you, those that are, you know, like the rainbow, they're you know, their beautiful presence, however they're not visible in the, like, they're not tangible, touchable in this third dimensional realm. They align with your calling, and as you are resurfacing from, you are re-emerging from this hibernation, discovering your new self, they are also pouring in so much energy into your vessel to activate a certain path. And that path may look random to you at times, however you've been through enough synchronicities to understand what it is, and following them, even if it means, you know, leaving some cups behind, which means things that no longer align with you, the people that don't align with you, the path that may not serve the highest good of your oversoul's calling. You are resurfacing from those experiences again, like look, the dark moon, like the dark night of the soul, with the assistance of your guides. And many of you could be your Syrian guides, your Mintaka guides, and your Lyran guides. If you work with your collective, you know, comes forth with identification and names, these may be the star guides that have just really been through the thick of it with you, really been like in the underworlds with you, and they're just telling me they're so proud of you. They are so excited to see you reemerge with this new freedom, this new joy, this new frequency that aligns to the upper stratosphere. That's the word they get. The upper stratosphere, the upper atmosphere, the upper realms, which means you've come full circle, yeah, to just learn what truly aligns with you, right? Because the Eight of Cups, you don't just walk away from things that are still, you know, are still fulfilling your soul at any certain level. You walk away because there was, the misalignment was too strong, or too, let's just say the misalignment was very clear that you had to go in a different direction, and you took that leap. They're saying it's going to be a very different frequency from here on. It's going to be a very different reality from here on. It's almost like you suddenly emerging from deep dark waters into, and not just to see like emptiness, yeah, you see rainbows and the stars shining. It's gonna be better than you ever imagined. And I usually don't do predictive natures, but they're asking me to say this straight up, because they really want to pour that energy into your heart. Like, they got you, okay? They know what you've been through. They got you. They got your backs, all right? They're here for you, like through the thick and thin. They're all the journeys. Look at how many companions you had. On an avatar sense, you may feel like that's not, you're like isolated, lonely at times. However, look from a higher perspective. Look how surrounded with love you actually are. Because that's the rainbow, right? It's just they're not able to be with you here physically, but they are with you in a different way, in which requires you to ascend, to realize it, to acknowledge it, and to really see it as a new reality. Yeah. What a warm feeling they are just passing through my vessel right now. I'm gonna pass that to you as well. So if you can feel it, anchor in this energy. They're yours, they're meant for you as well. It just came through me, but they're also meant for you to recognize and keep in your hearts. And during the resting, during when you're out doing your amazing adventures, when you are following your North Star, your callings, working, co-creating with the divine towards a new beginning, a new journey, keep this feeling in your heart, okay? There's a reason that they are allowing me to tap into this energy, because it's also for you as well. There's so much love for you. I can't really put it into words. Like, I know you can just feel it, so I'm not gonna even try to describe it with human language. Let's pull 2 more oracle cards as a short clarifier. When I try to keep it short, it never is. Let's see some clarifiers for your beautiful journey. However, I mean, look at you rise. Look at you rise. Just reminder, take time, pause sometimes. You know, it could be the way to rejuvenating could also be something that is out of the conventional norm of the mass collective. So maybe sound healing, maybe, you know, Reiki, you know, stuff like that. You'll know what it is to you. And the balance between, you know, your own rebirth, your transformation, and taking flight in this density here. So the growth of your oversoul and the growth of your avatar in tandem, in harmony. Yeah, it's as above and so below. You have the Seraphim's Gateway, voice activation, angelic attunement, divine support. Okay. And let me pull another one. By the way, if you were just wondering what tarot cards I'm using, the Star Codes Astro, Star Tarot, Phantom Tarot, Gateway of Light Activation Oracle, and this is Oracle of the Hidden Worlds. Seraphims, angelic frequencies, pretty much Lyran energy as well. So many birds depictions, definitely Lyran guides coming through for those of you who work with Starseed collectives, because this entire process, I mean, at this time is freedom, is sovereignty, and that's their expertise. Freedom and sovereignty. That's why they're coming through, and of course with in collaboration with your Syrian guides, which, you know, talks about they kind of guide you towards unconditional love and joy. The liminal dance, 8-8. So first up, the 8-8 Lion's Gate could be a pivotal time for you. And if you're on this path, of course, if you already know what that is, I feel like most of you know what that is if you're still here with me by this time. The Lion's Gate is an important time. They're just saying do something monumental. Yeah, make a big move. I have some in mind for myself. Do you have any important, you know, project launch? Some big leaps, some big new announcements like that around that area, around that calendar time is a good time. It's a good time, the 8th of August. It's written in the stones, which means like it's kind of in your Akashic blueprint for something big to happen at that time. Doesn't mean that it's a build up. They're telling me it's a build up that accumulates over time, and then it becomes monumental. It becomes like a full structural evidence. So whatever you're doing right now in that energy, just keep doing it. It's great. Just keep doing it. It will kind of arrange itself in a way that makes more sense over time. And during the landscape, there's a really big opportunity for something to really stand out or to really take shape and form in a big way. Okay, that's all I'm allowed to say right now. You know what those are for you. Probably, of course, it will be different for each and every one of you. However, it's something that they're giving me, like it's something that has to do with the calling and your abilities and your psychic abilities, your spiritual calling here that you've been doing lifetimes over lifetimes. You've built this before, whatever, like alongside your spiritual growth, this path, this project, this thing that you are manifesting, you've done it before. You've done it numerous times over lifetimes. And some of you, it could be music because we have voice activation. It could also be sound healing, angelic attunement. It could just straight up be channeling. It could be channeling or co-creating through other different mediums like art, like writing, like any creative projects, because this energy, it's pretty much quite playful. It's artistic. Yeah, it's artistic. You know that you have divine support in that. Just look at all your divine support. Even when you're resting, they're just like, you got this. They're just like watching over you, right? And for those of you who work within the realms of animal totems, spirit animal, you know these signs and you know what they mean for you. They're just telling me, just whichever one calls out to you, maybe look for the meaning, or if you already know it, that's your message. Even if I hadn't say it, like, you know how it works, right? Voice activation, divine support. So again, just a confirmation that they are supporting the path that your avatar self is going on an adventure here, because it also aligns with your basically your ascension path of the spiritual growth, and it also aligns with what the frequency of unconditional love would like to see be grounded into this world again. So the level of harmony, understanding, and love that maybe have been lost because of our resets, because of our forgetting, our collective amnesia as a species due to, the natural how do you say that word, cataclysm? Let's just say natural causes. The big flooding that there are a lot of evidences that happened before the Ice Age, right? They would love to help bring in more of those energy, and that could be anchored in through you sharing what you know, sharing your art, sharing your creations, because your frequency matters, okay? It really does. And the more that all of us come out, the more we will remember. That's all they're saying. and there is no, they're just saying it's, and take it in a very lighthearted way, it's set in stone. We will evolve, we will ascend, we will expand, and we will remember. It's set in stone. It's just nature. So have fun, shine your light, be playful, be lighthearted, and be joyful. And things will unfold in the most beautiful ways, as if water is just meant to pour from a higher altitude to a lower altitude. It's just nature. All of the beautiful unfoldings of humanity, it will happen. Eventually our souls will grow, the universe will expand. There really is not, it's really not that complicated, and nothing, and all is well. Yeah. So rise, be where they are, because that's how they see us. That's how they see the third dimensional, and our capacity is all is well. We're grown beautifully. We're destined. We're headed there anyways, towards, ascension, either light bodies activation, us being able to embody a light body vessel. It's all gonna happen just like the other races or other forms of life has evolved into that stage. It is also guaranteed, like set in stone for us as well. One way or another, it's gonna happen. So might as well just have fun. Yeah. What a beautiful message. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh my, I'm lost for words. And I'm really happy for you. Just so excited for you and for the paths and then the journeys that we are on. Can't wait to witness your beautiful unfoldings. And if anything fun and exciting happens, feel free to leave it in the comment section. I would love to know how your journeys unfold. And I'm just honored to be a part of this co-creation of this meeting through my YouTube channel in this video. Yeah, so I feel like that's it for your readings today. Thank you so much for being here. And before we go, I would like to thank your guides, my guides, our ancestors, known and unknown, etheric friends in the ether, whether however you refer to them, your angels, your starseed guides, your as the ascended masters, just the love energy that support, that helps, the love energy that supports us today, all of them, and of course the loving universe. Thank you so much. Thank you. If you didn't know, love is a little mascot for love, the love universe. Their name is actually Love Universe Virtualized. That's what love is. Yeah, that's who love is. And thank you so much for being here again. And if you like this video, please consider helping us by pressing like, pressing subscribe, or share this video to any of your loved ones, family, and friends who may enjoy these kind of content. Leave some comments and encouragement and kind words for all the kindred spirits who meet here together through this video. Hi. Thank you again for being here. I hope the comment section could be something heartwarming for all of us. Yeah, and just a free, lighthearted space for us to show up for each other, because like they said, the more we show up, the more we begin to recollect what is. Recollect and rebuild. Yeah. So thank you so much, and much love to you all wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you again next time whenever the universal energy call for us to be here again. And remember, the universe is by your side and your soul knows the way. Bye-bye.